Welcome back to Pokémon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. In the last part, we battled and recruited the legendary bird trio, and today, I have a lot of things that I want to check out, starting with the letterbox. There's nothing in your letterbox. Okay, fine. But no, seriously, what I would like to do is head out to check out a bunch of these new dungeons that we've unlocked. You can see I have 10 missions in Remains Island. It's only 13 floors. I imagine it's going to be kinda tough, but I want to try and take this on and get these 10 missions done. So, I don't know what kind of team I should bring along for this, but I definitely think it's time that we reunite Pricious and Ashley. So, sorry David. I'd like to take this opportunity to show off a new Pokemon that I recruited recently while doing missions in Waterfall Cave, Peanut, the Totodile, named for the Feraligatr I used in my Pokemon Heart Gold Wedlock many years ago. I've been looking for a good water type for quite some time, and I think I might have found it. As you can see, I've already taught Totodile Water Pledge, meaning that we will have the full complement of Pledge moves if we bring these three together into a dungeon. He's not quite up to scratch yet, but I think this is the water type I want to go with. As for right now though, we're going to leave him in the rescue team camps and have him level up a little bit before we can take him out on any missions. And I think we're going to bring Ruby along. We gave her some time in the last part, and I enjoyed using her, so we're going to continue on. We need to give her scope lens back, actually. I don't like how, though you can have loads and loads of pre-made teams, I keep going into the wrong menus, though you have lots and lots of pre-made teams, the items are based on the slot in the team and not the Pokemon, so no matter what my team is, the third slot always has that efficient bandana put in. I would like it if it had some kind of memory of which Pokemon had which item. Because yes, I'd like to use efficient bandanas for almost everybody, but this is the one outlier there, where I'd rather have the scope lens on Ruby. We've also picked up a recovery scarf, which should heal any status ailments that we get. So that's going to be helpful in saving us some healing items. Right then, let's check out Remains Island. This is new to me, this is something I didn't see in the original game, but then again, I didn't play a lot of the post-game. First of all, it looks fantastic, and we've got a couple of things to talk about for the team, though the moves have stayed mostly the same. Wow, Precious is useless here, huh? Though moves have stayed mostly the same, rare qualities have changed. As you can see, I've swapped out Squad Up on Precious for Riled Up, which I don't think is necessarily fitting for her as a character, but every time we get hit, it's going to increase our stats, and there are poison types everywhere here. This sucks. I guess Ashley's going to have to lead the way here, for the most part. And that Totodile Peanut that we recruited has defensive rhythm. So every time we get hit with that party setup, we're going to increase our attack and our defense, which is going to be really nice to have. Ashley still has Brawl, but I'm fishing for Steamroll on her, because Steamroll is really good. Again, I guess this is just going to have to be the Ashley show. So many poison types here. If I'd known this going in, I wouldn't have brought Precious. Or at least I would have brought Biolante so we had Steamroll. But yeah, I think Steamroll is really powerful, and though I enjoy Brawl, I think Steamroll is just overall more useful. Okay, so far this wasn't too terrible, and we're on the floor with our first mission. You can also see that Precious now has 100 health. I've been using all sorts of items to increase our stats. The rain is a little inconvenient, but the crit mitigated that to a degree. Right, Ruby, it's your time to shine against this Espeon up here. Strong foes have given me a bit of trouble in some of these post-game dungeons, so I'm hoping that we can deal with this Espeon. Flame Burst is really not doing much. Precious just needs to stay as far away as possible, because getting hit by a Psychic type move is gonna suck. Ruby should be able to absorb those perfectly fine, being a Dark type. Hopefully she doesn't turn on Mankey. I realized that a little bit too late. Come on, take it out with the Night Slash. 2 in a row. There we go, we got it. That wasn't too bad. Whew. Okay, well, a strong foe on the second floor was a little bit scary. So the postgame introduces a few new dungeons to us just by giving us missions, and we unlock some through unlocking friend areas as well. And I'm curious to see what the value of each of these dungeons is, whether it's just a chance to get to recruit certain Pokemon, or if there are certain items and such that you can... Yes, we'll recruit a Zubat. I love Zubat. It has the rare quality Forge a Path. You can break walls as you walk, but your belly gets significantly emptier if you break walls, and you can't break any more walls if your belly reaches 0. That's pretty cool. Okay. Another unique rare quality that we're seeing in the post-game. Why would you pass over that money? That's such a strange random chance thing to happen. Oh, we haven't completed the request yet. We, like I said, have 9 missions to do in this dungeon. Right, we found Hitmonlee. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm curious to see what the value of these certain post-game dungeons are. I've been told that there are certain items that drop. Ugh, grimy trap. My party's food went bad. Not all of it, I hope. Well, pretty much all of it. That sucks. Ugh. We're building up quite a squad here. We found Miltank. And it seems that we're not necessarily lacking squad up, since we are still getting to recruit a fair few Pokemon here. Okay, so continuing on through... Oh, right, yeah, I can do that. I need to be careful not to do that, because we don't really have a whole lot of food. Wait a second, that's a seed. It's a tiny Reviver seed. Oh, I love to see it. As I've mentioned previously, I do kind of dislike how difficult it is to get hold of tiny Reviver seeds and Reviver seeds in the post-game, because I feel like my progress is gated by the amount of Reviver seeds I have. Careful, Zubat. Flame Burst should reach you. Nice. Arden's not going to help you. Also, innuendos abound. We found Slugma. That's another mission down. Oh, that's another strong foe. That should be another Espeon. Yeah, right then. Ooh, that's a ranged move. Woo! Boy. This is what I was worried about. Right. Precious. Push Mankey that way so it doesn't happen again. Well, strong foes are strong. I don't really know what I want to do here. It's just going to keep firing out Psybeams, isn't it? Oh, I know what I can do. Haha! Don't lower my attack. Very rude. I need that for knocking you out. It feels like critical hits in this game don't ignore stat changes like they do in... Okay, that's good. Like they do in the main series. Honestly, crits feel a little bit weak. The fact that they don't ignore stat changes is certainly unfortunate. And it feels like they don't power up moves all that much. I guess it's because it's the new formula for crits where they deal 1.5 times damage instead of 2 times damage. So Ruby feels a little bit lacking in power. It's cool getting to crit over and over and over again, but it doesn't feel particularly rewarding. And maybe that's balanced. Maybe that's fine. What I'm going to do here is just negate that Baby Doll Eyes. Seems like Baby Doll Eyes would be a pretty weak move in this game, since its main draw in the main series is its increased priority. But Growl is an AoE, and maybe there's something about Baby Doll Eyes that I'm missing. Ooh, Ghastly wants to join the team. Yeah, welcome aboard. You'll know that I love poison types. Precious, level 45. Alright, Pledge Time. We haven't used that combo in a while. I'm not sure if I've actually shown this on video yet, but that's how it works. I'm excited to see the other effects from having Water Pledge on Peanut the Totodile. I know that I said I'd keep regular missions down to a minimum in the post-game, but we've unlocked so many new dungeons that I feel like it's a worthwhile use of our time to show off these new dungeons and these regular missions, because they are a part of the post-game. I'll try to avoid showing dungeons that we've already been to if I don't need to, though. Ah, Sentret, there you are. Cherry Berry. You can have one of my many Oran Berries. I think I have about 45 Oran Berries, which is good. I certainly underprepared for the boss fights, the first couple, in the last part. I brought, 3 or 4 Oran Berries, but when I found out that I would be spending a lot of time just healing up, I brought something like 10, to the final battle, the Articuno battle. And like I said at the end of the last part, I feel a lot more prepared for the Kyogre fight now, that I know what items to be bringing and in what quantities, and just a little bit more about how to fight bosses in this game effectively. Even though Precious is the one with the riled up rare quality, I feel like it's very fitting for Ashley. Someone asked this in a comment on a previous video, what is my idea of the personalities of both Ashley and Precious, and though the game gives us a lot to work with for Ashley because of a lot of her dialogue, I still think of her as a very fired up kind of Pokemon. I really like the little Ledyba groups there. I'm gonna let them sleep. I could heatwave them all if I was a horrible person, but I'm not necessarily a horrible person all of the time. And that actually ties into what I was saying about characters. I feel like Precious has that little bit of a mean streak because we've been going with the slightly meaner dialogue options so far in this playthrough for the most part. But overall, I really like how Ashley and Precious tend to balance themselves out. And though I think I've mentioned this before, I feel like this game was a bit of a testing ground for the concept, if we talk about the original story and the original characterizations, and that they really hit the concept home with Explorers of Sky. I still feel like there's a significant difference in the characters, the main character and the partner in this game and in the Explorers games. I really like the difference between the partner Pokemon especially. So the partner Pokemon in Explorers is very naive and very just cinnamon roll material, I suppose. And I really like the difference between that and the partner Pokemon here, where Ashley is very fired up, a little impatient, a little reckless at times. And though the player character is kind of similar in both games, a very neutral presence for you to, I suppose, inflect yourself upon to a degree, it's really interesting to see how the different partners interact with a very similar player character. And we know that Eckler was mostly a neutral presence in Explorers of Sky, whereas Precious is a little bit more negative, I suppose, a little bit meaner, a little bit more skeptical. But that's my own inflection on the character, shaped by my own decisions. Take a back seat here and let Ashley handle this. Silver Wind, come on. Wow, we are using all of our Reviver Seeds. I'm going to have to grind even more before we attempt Kyogre again. I'm going to do it. Ah, we missed one. Wurmple on this floor. Oh, it's raining again. This is really unfortunate. I think we have a Weatherlock Orb, but it doesn't feel great to just use it whenever there's a slightly inconvenient weather condition. I really need to save it for mainly boss fights, I would think. Again, I've mentioned previously I've recruited that Torkoal with Drought that I'd really like to start to use, but it's very underleveled, is the major issue right now. Whenever I get the chance to use gold and silver dojo tickets, I'll use that to level up Torkoal a little bit, so that we can start to use the Sun team, which I think will be a lot of fun. I do have a Solar Beam TM ready to go. I'd like to recruit a Marill. I was looking through the water types that we had to use, and the selection unfortunately wasn't very impressive. So I spent a lot of money on all the water type friend areas, almost all of the water type friend areas. And then I went out to Waterfall Cave, and we managed to recruit that Totodile. It's certainly what I was fishing for, if you'll forgive the pun. We have a Squirtle. I was thinking about using Squirtle because it could use Water Pledge, but I always saw Squirtle and its line as more defensive, and we already have a defensive option in Precious. So I wanted something with a bit more offensive capability. I think Totodile fits the bill there. And it's sunny at last, an opportunity for Ashley to shine. Again, pun unintended. The variable weather in this dungeon is crazy. I feel like there was a post-game dungeon in Explorers of Sky that worked similarly to this, where it was a different weather condition on every single floor. Hey, there's another Misdreavus. I'd like to recruit a Misdreavus. Misdreavus really was the most fun Pokemon to use when we played Colosseum. It was a surprise, because it was a Pokemon I hadn't used before, and I didn't rate it very highly because we didn't have access to its evolution in Colosseum, but it impressed me, and it was a lot of fun. Alright, looks like we're done, but we only have one floor left of this dungeon, so let's just check it out in its entirety. I'm trying to work out what the idea of this dungeon is, and I'm really thinking it's just an opportunity to recruit new Pokemon, since we have seen a fair few that we haven't encountered yet. There's nothing particularly outstanding about the items we found. We found a decent amount of reviver seeds and things like that. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Let's play it safe. I don't want to use any more reviver seeds than I need to. We have plenty in the way of orange berries and not many reviver seeds. Aha! Loot. My favorite thing. We got ourselves a pretty box. A full swipe TM, which I believe we already have, but we have no use for this grimy food, so we'll swap it out. And we'll do the same with this piece of grimy food to pick up our other pretty box. And that's it. We did Remains Island. Let's see what we got. An Oranberry 2DX gummies, a Hail TM, and a Bronze Dojo ticket too. Pretty good. And we got a fair few recruits too. We got Zubat. We got Oddish. We got Ghastly. We got a second Ghastly that we don't need, so I'll take the money instead. 800, nice. We got Skiploom. And we completed 10 missions. Alright, it's a new day, and it's time to check out another of these new post-game dungeons. Desert Region has 24, Southern Cavern has 50. Not too excited about taking that on. The Darknight Relic sounds really cool, and is only 15 floors. We unlocked the Grand Sea by buying a friend area, and then there's Solar Cave, which has 20 floors. So I think we're going to check out Darknight Relic, because it's only 15 floors. Darknight sounds like it's going to be full of edgy Pokemon, perhaps Dark types, and Poison types, and Ghost types. So I think we should build the team appropriately for dealing with that. Again, we're going to stick to Ashley and Precious, but we'll swap Ruby out this time. I think let's put Celeste in. A fairy type could be nice to have in a place like the Darknight Relic. Alright then, I've given her an efficient bandana, so now let's head out to the Darknight Relic. Ooh. Wow, this looks really cool. Kinda swampy, I suppose, so we probably will be running into some poison types. Again, probably not the greatest match up for Precious. There's a Ghastly. Ashley, you can lead the way here with a Flame Burst. You can miss. I'm used to it at this point. Okay, and now actually let's lead the way with Celeste since we did bring her. Sparkling Floor means we get a Zinc. What are we dealing with over there? Oh, a Misdreavus. Hopefully we get the chance to recruit a Misdreavus in this dungeon. I'd like that, as I mentioned previously. Whoa! 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 Did it just attack a random wild Shedinja? And now it's awakened? What is going on in here? This is terrifying. In Darknight Relic, it's kill or be killed. There's another Shedinja. Well, that shouldn't be a problem, since we have Ashley. I see. Right, this is just going to be the thing in this dungeon, is it? Okay, so we have to deal with some awakened foes. Well, fortunately, it's only a Ghastly. It's not a Pokemon that's capable of Mega Evolving. Okay. How about we're just gonna not touch you until that grudge runs out? I guess I don't have any control over that, do I? Guess the AI is not quite smart enough to navigate around that move. Well, that's inconvenient. But we'll hold off on using a Max Ether quite yet. We're only on the 3rd floor, after all. I'm not sure if we have any missions in this dungeon. I felt like just coming here to check it out. Whoa, Dark Pulse. Okay, that was pretty well resisted. And now we have the stat buff. That's going to work really, really nicely with Stored Power. I didn't actually think about that interaction, but Riled Up will work with Stored Power. Looks like the Misdreavus are also trying to knock out Shedinja for those stat buffs. This is a really cool concept of a dungeon, though. Whoa, hello. You should be fine. Let's Dazzling Gleam you. You are awakened, so it looks like you're going to take a little bit less damage. By which I mean no damage at all. Ashley. Oh, she can't see because the visibility is so low, so she can't attack. That's another interesting interaction. Okay, I'm impressed. Something about this game is that dungeons tend to get a little bit generic after a while. They don't do a lot of things uniquely outside of having different types of Pokemon. Yeah, let's recruit Misdreavus. Yeah, apart from having different types of Pokemon and being more or less likely to have things like monster houses or certain items, they don't do a massive amount to switch things up. Dazzling Gleam's going to be resisted by you, but Brawl Boost is good. Precious has got the damage. Nice. Here's another Misdreavus. Whoa, oh. Right, this is going to seem mean, but this is actually my last Reviver Seed. I don't have any more. That's it, they're all gone. We have a Revive All Orb, but that's it. Right, so we're going to have to now deal with an Awakened Misdreavus, which hopefully we can take out from range before it becomes too much of a threat. How much damage is this going to... That's going to do a lot of damage, in fact. Sludge Bomb's going to miss. Fortunately, we have Oran Berries, though, so we should be okay. I feel like Sludge Bomb's just going to do more damage than Grass Pledge. It's just not a very powerful move, Grass Pledge. It's there for the combos, really, which honestly is something we should be using a little bit more than we are. Is that enough to take out that Shuppet? It is, right. Let's use a Max Ether so I can actually use Energy Ball instead of constantly using Sludge Bomb against Ghost types. Alright, here are our stairs. A Grudge Trap. Well, this sucks. Well, we're going to lose all the PP for Heat Wave, but we dealt with the problem at least. We haven't been using Heat Wave all that much. Celeste grew to level 45. Oh, nice, and looks like Ashley leveled up as well. To 45 as well. Good. That does a fair amount of damage. And let's see if Aerial Ace will knock you out. It will. Okay, good. Okay, so PP is a problem in this dungeon, but this actually is a good window for me to use a Max Elixir for Ashley. Okay, let's move on. A Guiding Wand. Waving it reveals the location of the stairs. That way. Cool. Clairvoyance. Oh no, not another one. There's nothing really that we can do about this, is there? We can't avoid combat, I suppose. Actually, what we could do, maybe, is, well, Ashley, Celeste, that didn't even knock it out. What my plan was to do this, and leave. Oh, but that reduces the PP of Sleep Powder as well. It doesn't just... Oh no, not another one! Don't like this at all. Should have brought more Max Ethers and Elixirs. At least we managed to not take out everything. I would have thought that that would have dealt with the problem. Alright, can we just get out of here, please? Pain Split? Hey, that's my move. That was a dominant strategy of ours when we used Misdreavus in Pokemon Colosseum. There's a Vibrava. Cool, okay. I think we can recruit you. I'm pretty sure I picked up the friend area for you. I think it's the Withering Desert or something along those lines. These poor Shedinja, they didn't ask for this. Let's just try and avoid combat if we can. Here's Vibrava. Have an apple. And we can recruit you. So welcome aboard. Oh, here's the Awakened Misdreavus. They take so little damage. And crit me, and one-shot me. Well, here goes our final Reviver Seed. If it doesn't crit me, I should be fine. Again, right, visibility. Visibility is important. Ashley flinched. That's not great. Celeste, get in there, take a hit. trying to think what my best move is here against this thing, and actually, you know what? This is something we don't do enough. I really like the Stay Away Wand. I think it's actually my favorite. It's just a complete nope button. Massive fan of it. An Apple Trap! One Aurum Berry became a big apple. At least it was only an Aurum Berry this time, and not something really valuable like an All Protect Orb. Oh, completely different look now. I was wondering, I mean, this dungeon is called Darknight Relic. It didn't look like much of a relic up until this point, but now it does. Banette. Oh, that's gonna Mega Evolve. Uh-oh. Ah. Well, Celeste is down. Gonna have to Sludge Bomb you from a distance. Oh, man. Flame Burst. Another Flame Burst. 3 Flame Bursts. Okay, we got it. Precious is stuck. Precious is no longer stuck. Okay. I want Celeste around, so I'm going to use this Revival Orb. Actually, no, wait. I'm going to hold off until we get to the end of the floor, because you can't use the effect after you move on to the next floor. So let's just try and get to the stairs, try and avoid the Mega Bayonet that's lurking in these halls. Double Feint Attack from Vibrava and a crit. Really putting on a show. Okay. So hopefully nothing awful happens while we are trying to think about how to play around this payback. I think it only works on contact moves, so we should be okay if we don't make contact. Let's find out. Yeah, we're fine. Ashley's actually the only thing that can deal with Shedinja, which so far hasn't proven to be a threat. It's just been a means for which the other Pokemon get awakened! This is not good. I'm past this turn here. I can't put you to sleep because I'm out of PP. I did not think this through. Right. Now we have to use the Revival Orb, because if Precious gets knocked out, we're done for. So welcome back, Ashley and Celeste. Nightshade, 46 damage. Let's just try and get to a position where everyone else can do something. Like, right here. I really don't want Vibrava to take the hit, though. If we can recruit this thing, I'd love that. So let's try and not have it get knocked out. Right, okay. We made it through, past the Mega Bayonet. I'm scared. Vibrava is honestly doing work with these crits. What a great Pokemon to have picked up. Ow. Please don't crit me. It's Blaze time. Take that. Oh, another Shadow Ball. Jeez. We are not in Blaze range. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Really should not have done that. I don't know what I thought was going to happen there. We weren't in range to get the prompt to heal Ashley. If we were, it would have been fine, but we weren't. Again, Vibrava doing all the hard work here. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Okay. First of all, it's shiny. That's really cool. And as long as it uses the wrong types of moves, as long as it uses counter when we're trying to use... Oh, careful. Careful, Celeste. As long as it uses counter when we're using special base moves, and Mirror Coat if we use... Ow. It just bopped me, man. That was just a straight up bop. Right then. This is no bueno, actually. Oh, I can't escape due to Shadow Tag. Time to leave. Let's get out of here. I'm cutting my losses. I want to recruit this Vibrava. It put on a really good show. That is a scary dungeon. But well done, Vibrava. You've impressed me. Woo! Though that was really challenging, going into it blind I think was the hardest part of it, because I wasn't prepared for all the grudges and such. And I only had one Reviver Seed. Overall, I'm really impressed with how that dungeon played out, and I hope it was okay that we didn't make a whole lot of progress in this part, that we just checked out 2 of these new dungeons. But I think that's an element of what this game is about, to a degree. In the next part, we might check out some more new dungeons. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.